Got AI tools at your fingertips. Learn to market, design, and script. From Canva tricks to Etsy flair, DCT takes you everywhere. Who's ready to thrive? We're ready. Oh yeah, let's bring our goals alive. We'll do it. Oh yeah. DCT, where the magic starts. Turning passions into works of art. Empowered minds, success in sight. We're shining bright all day.
All right, welcome everybody to June 24th, 2025. We are talking MidJourney Magic. Before we talk MidJourney Magic, I do want to share how other users are benefiting from MidJourney. So welcome YouTube, welcome TikTok. Those of you that are on TikTok right now, if you want you want to be able to see my full screen, then head over to Coco Twins on YT. YT stands for YouTube. All right, so you can see the full screen. So what we're going to do is present. We have some people that are going to present. All right, they're going to talk about why they like MidJourney or what they've learned from using MidJourney. We're going to talk about video creations. And I don't know if a lot of you know this or not, but you can now create videos inside of MidJourney. We're going to talk about consistency. Some of you want to create AI twins. How can you create AI twins, right, using MidJourney? Organization, because my goodness, how many people have created AI art, and your AI art is here, there, and everywhere, right? And more. All right, so before we get started with the lesson today, which is going to be a look at MidJourney and style reference codes and personalization, different things like that, I want to share this video with you guys. This is a video that I created using tools inside of MidJourney. So over on YouTube and on Zoom, you can see my screen, correct? Can you guys see my screen? You all can see my screen? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and press play, and I'm going to turn this around so TikTok can actually see too. So the videos, the images were created in MidJourney. The videos were created in MidJourney as well. And then when the people talk, it'll make sense to y'all as to why they love MidJourney.
You don't need to try love, you already glow. Black woman.
I need to start that again. I don't think y'all heard that. Let me start that again.
You don't need to try love, you already glow. Black woman. You are the spell. You are the story. You walk like the earth made room for you. Like every step rewrites the rules. Your voice could hush a storm to sleep.
All AI generated.
And make the sky want to stay blue. You are not a myth. You are a miracle that never left. Your magic is real. In your laugh, in your scars, in your still. You don't have to prove a thing, just me. And the whole world shifts quietly.
The sun's got nothing on your warmth. You are what sacred looks like in motion.
The one thing that I do not do, I do not do AI baddies. I do AI beauties. I do AI beauties. I do AI beauties because I want people to understand the beauty of them in spite of what this world wants people to believe about them. It is not the truth of the matter. Just like people's ideas of MidJourney may not be the actual truth. You know, it's their belief right now, but that thing can change. All right. So, with that video, that is MidJourney. That's AI. None of those people were real. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Charlene. And Charlene, what I want you to do is go ahead and tell us about why you like MidJourney or whatever you want to share. So okay, there you go. Spotlight.
Hi everyone. Good evening, afternoon. I'm
Oh,
Charlene.
before wait a minute. You see, she said evening, afternoon. She don't even know
I don't know what time it is over there. No,
where are you coming in from, Charlene?
I'm in the UK.
She's in the UK. All right. Go for it, Charlene.
Okay, so I'm Charlene. I'm the CEO of a firm Visionary, and I'm going to tell you my favorite thing about MidJourney, and that is consistent characters. It gives you the ability to create a character and then put that character in other scenes, in other poses. I made use of this recently by creating a music video. You can also use it to create your AI twins, storybooks, content. If you wanted to have an avatar to read the news on your social media posts and kept that consistent, you could do that with MidJourney. That's my favorite thing.
Perfect. So you guys heard what she said, consistency. And you can see her background where she has all of these consistent characters. All right. The next person that's going to come up is going to be, thank you for that, Charlene. Let's go ahead and give Charlene a round of applause because they're bringing their nerves. They're nervous. All right. Congratulations. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Thank you for that. Now we're going to go ahead and talk to Coach Mama, aka Karen, aka your favorite hype person. Go for it.
Hi, family. I'm Coach Mama with DCT. My favorite thing about MidJourney is the new update with the videos. I've struggled with the videos. I couldn't figure it out, right? I really, really struggled. And then when they told me that MidJourney had an update, before then I had stayed away from it. And then when they said MidJourney had an update, I was like, oh my God, like, let me see. And I started playing with those videos. Honey, I've been in the MidJourney hole ever since. I've been in a hole so deep that I ran out of hours and had to buy $20 more. I said, I'm good with the $20. It ain't for $20. I've been in that hole ever since. I've been in the hole ever since the update. I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you, you might want to go on ahead and get that. Okay. It's amazing.
Wow. Thank you for that, Coach Mama. Coach Karen, our favorite hype woman. She's letting y'all know the value of mentor. She's cracking up in her us. Great job. Great job. All right, Coach Boo, aka Candace, aka Team Tree Products. You ready?
Hey. What it do, y'all? I am Coach Candace, aka Coach Boo for most of y'all. I am the CEO and owner of Team Tree Products. And what I love about MidJourney, I like that they have different pricing levels. Now, I know a lot of you guys stay away from MidJourney because you're like, hey, the price is high. I can't afford it, right? But did you guys know that MidJourney has a $10 level? $10. The reason why I love the $10, y'all, is this. Because even for the beginner, if you do not really know how to use it, you don't mind wasting $10 just to see how it works, right? I promise you $10 will not be waste. I promise you on it. But it'll get you a foot in the door so you'll be able to see how to use it for $10. For $10, it'll give you 20 renders you can do. 200 renders that you can do. So if you're just starting out, you're not going to go through 200. Okay? So try it out at $10. You won't be disappointed. I promise you.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Coach Boo, Team Tree Products, aka Candace. What somebody shared in the chat on YouTube is that, did you guys know that if you are on the $60 a month plan, which is really high, that you can create videos in relax mode so you don't burn out your hours, your fast hours? All right, all right, all right. Yeah, I know, right? All right, Tashawn, go for it. What you got?
Hey everybody, I'm Tashawn. I am the owner of Coins and Confidence. What I love about MidJourney, outside of what everybody else shared, is it is a good tool for organization for your artwork. So you're able to look at everything, all the art you've ever done. You can organize it, and then you can go ahead and search in there in the dates about like when you came up. If you can't find like, oh, when did I work on that project? When did I work on that? You just type it in the search bar, it'll come up. It also allows you to, as you know, you can repurpose those artworks in the organization too. That's what I love about MidJourney. One of my favorite tools. Thank you for letting me share.
You're welcome. Thank you for that, Tashawn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And some of the people that presented today were super nervous. I'm going to make you even more nervous. Did you guys know that there were over 150 people watching you? Not just here on Zoom, but we got other people in other places too that are watching you and hyping you up in the chat. All right. So let's see here. Let's see here. Somebody say, oh, that's so the mods, thank you guys so much. Y'all, I don't know how y'all do this. Y'all are in Zoom with us right now. You're over on YouTube and you're on TikTok, making sure that everybody is, you sharing notes all over the place. I tell you, my team is the freaking best. Get your own, they belong to me. Even if I got to fight with them inside of the chat, I'm just going to fight with y'all. All right. That's neither here nor there. So what I'm going to do is go to MidJourney. And I am going to flip the screen around so that, oh no, I'm just going to bring TikTok over here. All right. I'm going to work from my other screen so you guys can see what I have here. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys here on YouTube and on, there we go. Turn the sound back on. And in Zoom. All right. Those of you that are in Zoom, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. And when we get to the end, we will answer those questions the best we know how. All right. So let's take a tour of MidJourney. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat. Those of you that are on Zoom, even trying to move this over here, even TikTok, YouTube, give me a 1 in the chat if you are intimidated by MidJourney. MidJourney intimidates you. Who's intimidated by MidJourney? Who's intimidated by MidJourney? Let me know. I'm curious. All right, I got some ones in the chat on YouTube. Let's see here. Got ones on the chat in TikTok. Got a bunch of ones in the chat on Zoom, YouTube. Everybody's like, yeah, it's a lot. And it can be an absolute lot. But I find MidJourney to be the best tool to use. All right. Now, hold on, Martine. I just want to show them something real quick, and then we're going to bring you up. All right. So with MidJourney, you can create, like Karen said, you can create videos. So those videos that I created, here they are in MidJourney. The consistency that you can create, it's a matter of typing in a number so that way you can get consistent characters across the board and have them doing various things. All right. The organization. I can take all of these and place them inside of a personalization folder that has a special code to it that will help me be able to go back to the type of art that I want to create based on the code given to that particular mood board. I can also go to create sref values to it, style reference values. I can also add parameters. So the beauty of MidJourney is that it's more than just prompting. You have to know how to put all of these things together. So now what I'm going to do, before I take you guys on a tour of spaces you can go to find SREF codes, and I have a list of them and a ChatGPT prompt to help you find them. I want Maud Martine to come up and share some stuff with us about what she knows about MidJourney, because she, along with Coach Regina, are our MidJourney whisperers. So, Martine, throw your hand back up because I don't see you on my screen. Throw your hand back. Oh, there she is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you. And you go ahead and, in a minute, stop this. All right. You go ahead and let us know how you feel, or not how you feel, but what you think about MidJourney from the professional users, teachers' point of view. Go for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, Coach Misha, and hello to everybody who's out there. My name is Miss Martine. That's what everybody lovingly calls me, Miss Martine. And I am the CEO of Wealth and Design. I specialize in being a creative art director within MidJourney. You may say, well, what is that? I'm that person that's going to hold your hand and help you to get to your purpose within by utilizing MidJourney. I've been teaching art and graphic design for the last 25 plus years. I love how MidJourney can be your muse, you know, that thing that motivates you, that moves you within the confines of the application. I love that it can help you to find your artistic voice, right? Like many of you, when I first started using MidJourney, I was apprehensive. I was intimidated. It looked like there was too many bells and whistles going on. I definitely was one of those people who said, you know what, maybe I'll just stick over here with some of these other generators that were, you know, more easier for the average person, right? But however, I understood, number one, that I was determined to learn MidJourney. I was determined to master the skill. And because of that, within DCT, we help to guide you in learning how to manipulate these tools like MidJourney in order to, like I said, create your artistic voice, and also so that you can start making your artwork stand, you know, away from the crowd, so that you stand out. Your artwork then becomes what people are looking for.
Thank you so much, Maud Martine. Now, I'm trying to see if anybody has any questions that they want to ask you, but I do see here that Toya says, Maud Martine loves that it can help you find your artistic voice. I love that. And
Absolutely.
you've been in design for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So just like me, you know, because we've been in about the same amount of time, we can see things that other people can't see because we've experienced things in the analog world, then going over into the digital space, and now here we are with AI. And Toya also said that Miss Martine was determined to learn and master the skill, but not master the skill just for her to be able to master the skill, but for her to be able to clearly communicate the value of MidJourney to the community over in DCT by offering, are you doing weekly MidJourney?
Yes, ma'am. Weekly MidJourney. We will be doing that every Wednesday. We have a 12-week series going on right now that's being offered to the members of DCT. We will be doing a lot of SREF mixing, and it's called Midweek Martinis, right? That's a mixed drink, and it's just a play on words, and because of my name. So those classes are going to come in. Each class is going to have a theme, right? And each class is going to give you things that you can play with, right? So that you'll be able to learn the different aspects of what is the whole art creation process. So when you come into this particular class, you will definitely learn the basics about design and the basics about artwork.
So
and you'll also, sorry.
I'm sorry, go for it. You'll also.
And you'll also learn how you take those skills so that you can be able to create an income for yourself.
No, shoot. No, you didn't say that. No, you didn't just hit the magical word, the income. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to make money from what you create. Give me a 1 in the chat. Who's sick and tired of paying for these apps? Somebody put a 13 in there. Who's sick and tired of paying for these apps and not getting any type of financial benefit from it. You're tired of it, right? All right. So yeah. So Miss Martine, Martine with an E, because we got a few Martines inside of DCT. She is going to help you get to the bag. All right. Do this for me, Martine. Can you put your finger over your camera so we can just see your background? Perfect. You guys see her background? Go ahead and let's do this. Go ahead and screenshot, hover over, put your phone up to this QR code. What is the QR code to, Miss Martine? I didn't even ask a question.
The QR code will take them to my Beacons page, actually, and that will have the links to DCT on there if anybody wants to join DCT.
Perfect. So if you want those weekly classes, and not just from one person, but from several people on MidJourney, because your images, like P said, or someone said over here on TikTok, my images never, or Lisa, my images never turn out like yours. Then head on over to DCT where you can learn how to do those things. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put the link inside of YouTube. If you want the link and you are on TikTok, then you're going to have to just bear with me for a minute because I struggle with getting comments in there unless one of the coaches want to go over into TikTok and put the link inside of TikTok so people can, if they can't, get to the QR code. All right. And y'all see her background. So before we go any further, not only can the AI art that you generate be used to create videos, to create content that you put on social media, but did you know that you can get to the bag by creating Zoom backgrounds for people? Creating Zoom backgrounds that clearly communicate the offer and also include links and QR codes. And don't take for granted just because you think it's easy to do that everybody thinks it's easy to do, because that's not the truth. All right. All right. Thank you, Maud Martine. That was pretty cool.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So those of you that are out here in TikTok, YouTube, and those of you that joined us late here on Zoom, that whole presentation was created off the riff. We just gonna go ahead and do this, give people the opportunity to share what it is they do. With MidJourney, what they like about MidJourney, share their names, to not only share with you the value of MidJourney, but to also give them the opportunity to speak their name out loud, even when they are nervous. So bring the nerves along with you. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and just clap it up for everybody. Yay. I bet somebody on YouTube that you can't even see them, they're clapping. So yay. So good job, everybody. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to go over into MidJourney. All right. So those of you that are on Zoom, can you guys see my screen? Okay. You can see it. Okay. You got it? Okay. All right. So if you can see it, then those people on YouTube should be able to see it too. I'm bring them back over here. And let me get back to the MidJourney. All right. So here we are, MidJourney. Ooh, scary MidJourney. Scary MidJourney. Instead of using Discord, I am using the web version of MidJourney. The difference between the Discord version and the web version, I don't have to go into Discord and then type /imagine : put my prompt in, and then be inside of Discord to generate the art or the video. I could be right here on a website, and it's even easier to use on your phone. All right. So when you are in MidJourney, what you will do is come up with prompts. Your prompts don't have to be that difficult. They could be super simple. Now, say for instance, you find a great prompt that you like, right? This is a great prompt that I like. I can turn this prompt into something called a fillable base prompt. A fillable base prompt is a prompt that will help you go from one prompt to as many prompts as you want to create. So say for instance, I like her, right? I can go ahead and select the hamburger and select copy prompt. This is for anybody that may be using MidJourney and you didn't even know you can grab the prompts this way. You copy the prompt, you go ahead and you head over to ChatGPT. You drop that prompt into ChatGPT. Did it come over? Paste? There we go. You drop that prompt into ChatGPT. And you can turn any of this into a fillable section by, you can do it manually. So I'm going to do, let's see here. I just forgot the adjective. Adjective. It's like, what is the word we use when we describe things? It's adjective, correct? No? Am I saying it right? Anika, I need your big words. Unmute yourself.
For the prompt?
Yeah, we're doing adjective to describe the
Yes.
perfect. All right, so Anika is Misha Whisperer, because sometimes I get these words wrong, and she'd be like, it is pronounced this, or this is the actual word. Thank you, Anika. All right, so I'm turning the parts of describing the woman into a fillable base prompt by just doing adjective, and then I'm going to go ahead and replace the age with the word age. All right, and I'm going to do this, copy the last part of it, showing you MidJourney people how to do this. I'm going to say retain this verbatim. I'm going to say retain the parameters. I want to train it on what it is, the parameters, just in case I bring in another one. And keep it verbatim. Put it right there so it knows what a parameter is. I'm going to come up. I like to work backwards, y'all, so sorry about that. But we're going to go ahead and have everything in order. Please act as an expert visual prompt engineer, photographer, and fashion editor to come up with 20 ideas per fillable section. So because I assigned a persona, 3 actually, they're going to use very different adjectives than if I just said, please fill in this fillable base prompt, which is a template. They speak differently. All right. So here's what the prompt says. Please act as an expert visual prompt engineer, photographer, and fashion editor to come up with 20 ideas per fillable section. Right? I'm going to say the fillable sections are within the brackets. This is me literally training it on what the prompt is. So here's the prompt. Here, I say retain the parameters verbatim. I'm going to say hit enter, see if it understands. There it is. And it's giving me 20 ideas for each fillable section. So an adjective, radiant, powerful, confident, artistic, mysterious, whimsical, graceful, a lot of them. Here are the age ranges, right? I can ask it this. Now, based, it's a short prompt on the number of ideas, how many prompts can I generate? It's going to come back and tell me, because 20 times 20 gives you 4,800, nope, nope, 96,900. It did a big math problem there, y'all. Anybody know that this is a thing? Combinatorics. What? Say the word, Anika. Say the word. Stop laughing and say the word. Denise, say the word. You know the word.
That's it.
I said it.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. So it's a math thing, y'all. 4,845 combinations multiplied by 20 ages, 96,900 prompts out of that one prompt. So now that one prompt that I pulled for this image, I can now create 96,000 prompts just from these 20 ideas. The more ideas that you come up with, the more prompts you can create. So because I trained it up top, ChatGPT, and said retain the parameters verbatim, I'm going to say, can you write 10 prompts for me and include the parameters? Let's see if it understands. It's thinking. All right. And it did retain the parameters. So now it has given me 10 prompts that I can come and do this. Copy. Go back to MidJourney and paste it. Did it go through okay? Yes, it did. Go back to ChatGPT, copy. And this is like how a lot of us run out of fast hours because we know to create these fillable base prompts. So this is the next is another level. I'm not gonna say it's the next level, but it's another level in prompting that help you go from one idea to an unlimited, an infinite number of ideas because they can mix a lot of adjectives. I can change it out and say, add hairstyle to it, and it will create all of these images for me based on the prompt, right? So now I have an image like this from the prompt that ChatGPT created. Now, if I wanted to animate her, it's just as simple as clicking animate. Or I can select the image and then come down here and manually say how I want her to move, either in low motion, high motion, or automatically move in low motion or high motion. And I can create these videos for my website. Create these videos, right? So find what you like. Then once you find what you like, because now you know you can create videos, right? Now you know you can turn any prompt that you get into a fillable base prompt to create a bunch of prompts because there's a big word that starts with a C that says you can, right? Now, if you wanted to organize it, say for instance, you use the prompt, you use somebody else's prompt, and you're like, oh, I like all of these images. I like all of these images. You can go ahead and come over to personalize, and you can create a board where you personalize or create. Nope, I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Create. It's under organize, sorry. And is it under organized? Yeah, I done lost my thought. I'm in the middle of this. I done lost my thought for personalized. Somebody tell me, quick. To create a rank profile? No, we don't want to do that.
You want to create
Martine,
a folder?
Yep, create mood board, right? And then you can add from the gallery, right? I got it, right? All right, so let's do that again. So if I wanted to turn these images into a mood board so I can continue to create more images like them, I can come over to personalize. I will scroll down to mood board, create mood board, and then I can either upload images, add images from a link, or add images straight from my gallery. Tap, 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 or just tap all the images I like. All right. Give it a name. I'm going to say graceful. Your naming convention, up to you. And I know Martine probably has a way for you to name your mood board so that way you remember what they are. Now, when you're ready to create, you can select the personalization button at the top, and then you can come down to the mood board that was just created, and you can start typing just about any prompt, and it is going to follow your mood board. That's one of the ways you can organize things. You guys see the videos it created from that? Just a click of a button. One thing that's trending right now, and I've been working on it in MidJourney, is, let's get to it, are the people, go back up. Go back up. There we go. The people eating for ASMR. All right, so you guys can do that as well. Put some sound with it. Just create the image, turn it into a video, and then you got yourself some content. You got yourself some digital assets that you can use for yourself, that you can even offer to other creators who may not know how to use MidJourney. A lot of you said you don't know how to use it, or you're afraid to use it, but at the same time you like the art. So that lets me know that there's a space for people to offer their creations in MidJourney. All right. Now, let's talk about consistency. Oh, okay. All right, sis. I see the hairstyle, right? And she's modeling her dress. All right. All right. So if I wanted to create a consistent image of this woman, I can grab this prompt. I can grab the parameters. Make sure this mood board is turned on. Put that here. I'm going to take this image and I'm going to drag her into image prompts. That's one of the ways that you could do it. Then you can do space dash dash image weight, set it to 2, which is high. You can also put her under Omni. Omni is where you can create consistent characters even better. And the higher the Omni strength, the more consistency you get. All right, let me see if this all worked out. I don't think it worked. It worked. All right. So I use the images as references. I use the prompt. I also use the parameters. What I can end up doing is changing out the prompt and telling and saying, okay, now she's a graceful, radiant, artistic, minimalist African-American woman in her mid-40s who is sitting. She's standing. She's in a restaurant. She's driving a car. I can have her do all types of things because now I know how to get the consistency in the character, which means that I can create an AI beauty that can act as my representative for my product. I can also create something that will act as a representative for other people's products too. You can even put your own picture in here and create your own AI twin. Did you guys know that? I know a lot of you are buying additional applications and already have access to MidJourney, but have not even thought about putting your own image in there and then animating the image and then creating something, a video, right? You don't have to link, sync words to the video. You can add music, and adding music doesn't mean you have to go and find music on CapCut or music on some of these commercial-free sites. You can create music in Suno, but that's for a whole different day. I ain't messing with y'all with Suno. Because the song that played in my video was created in Suno. And because I have the paid version of Suno, guess what I can do with the music? I can sell it. Since I'm using MidJourney and the only thing I can do is pay for MidJourney because there's not a free version, I can sell it. But first I have to know how to get from idea to market. And I think a lot of people are having the issue that thing in between, idea to market. A lot of people are having an issue. How do I get from idea to market, right? You think you put it out there, it's beautiful, it's cute, everybody's gonna want it. For some people, that's the truth. 1% of people, that's the truth. But for the 99% of us, that ain't the truth. How do we get people to our product in the market? That's a whole different class. And if you guys want to join DCT, then you got that link from Maud Martine. This is what we talk about inside of DCT. Use her link because DCT offers an affiliate option and a master resale option, where when you sell access to DCT, you earn. So not only can you earn from creating the images, not only can you learn how to create the images, not only can you create the videos and learn how to create the videos, not only can you learn how to go from idea to market and make money that way, you can make money by offering this information to your target audience without you lifting a finger. So there are many ways that you can make money in the space of AI. But idea to market is where a lot of people have issues. But I digress. So if you want more information, you better check out that link that Maud Martine shared, and also check the chat. And if my mods or coaches can drop the links in school, we're not in school. In Zoom, in YouTube, and in TikTok, so people can get that information. All right. And I'm going to say this too. If her link inside of her Beacons page is MRR, she keeps 100% of what she gets when people joins DCT. She keeps 100% of that. And this is how we do it in DCT. All right. All right. So another thing that you can do inside of MidJourney, and I am going to use Cute Girl in Blue. I'm going to do 5-year-old girl. 5-year-old African-American girl. Simple prompt. But because I have personalization, cute girl in blue, and I can select parameters, I don't have to do a lot of prompting. All right, gonna go ahead and hit enter, and I'm gonna see what it creates from my personalization code. And oh, one other thing that you can offer to people are your personalization codes, especially for those of you that have been in digital design for a while. All right, it's because I don't have on Niji. Let me do that again. I gotta turn on Niji, y'all. Let's do. Am I tripping? Where is Niji? There it is. Niji 6. All right, so now let me go ahead and run the prompt again. So prompt, and let me hit enter because it created a realistic girl because of version 7. All right, so you can sell your personalization codes. You can also sell your style reference codes. All right, so the next thing we're going to get into is style reference. Style reference. So just from those few words, 5-year-old African-American girl, and using my mood board of cute girl in blue, it was able to create this type of cartoon character. All right. Some of the things that I create is from hand-drawn art. I'll turn my hand-drawn art into mood boards to create things that I can, that come from something that I created by hand. And inside of DCT, I also give access. To hand-drawn art. So if my community wanted to create coloring pages, I know how to take this image and not only run her through something like ChatGPT or MidJourney to say turn it into a coloring page, but I know how to put it into Procreate or Adobe Fresco and turn it into a coloring page, and I can change her pose. So that way they can create different types of coloring pages based on what I hand draw. So this is the value of DCT as well. So if you guys want to get in there, her link is there. Her link is there. And I have some fantastic artists that are inside of DCT. All right. So now say, for instance, I wanted to add a different style to her. That is a style reference. --s ref. All right. Did you guys know, those of you that know about style references, did you know about these different places? I went into ChatGPT and I said, provide a list of websites that share SREF codes for MidJourney. All right. Those of you that are in Zoom, do you guys want these links to these places? Y'all may put it in the chat. Lisa, like, listen, I don't even know why you even said that, lady. So we got MidJourney SREF, Mid Library SREF, MidJourney, SREF Hunt, Victor's SREF Library. So this tells me that you can create a site full of SREFs, and that can be a lead magnet to your offer of knowing how to use MidJourney. So when we go into these sites, you can see these SREF codes, different SREF codes that I can assign to the art, that I can copy and then assign to the art to take on the look of this art, right? So I'm just going through to see if I can see anything inside of these sites that just catch my attention right away. Oh, these are good for 70s portable. Y'all see these? This is really good. All right. Not there. Let's see in there and then here. All right, so that's the newest one. So I can copy this SREF code, copy it, and then I can go back to MidJourney and I can put that SREF code at the end of my prompt. Make sure you put a space and then hit enter. And it's going to take on the characteristics of the image, this type of image, right? You can also do this while this is generating. Grab the girl or grab the prompt, type space dash dash SREF random, space dash dash R to repeat the prompt 5 times. Every time MidJourney repeats the prompt, you get a brand new SREF. So you can create, and I don't know why y'all ain't did this yet, You can create an SREF library of African American women and men and children. Offer it as a lead magnet to your course on MidJourney. Offer it as a lead magnet to your course on how to monetize what you create. Right? So when I said that a lot of people have issues about idea to market, it's because they do not lead with pain points. And before we started this class here in Zoom, we led with pain points. What are the problems you have or you think people have with MidJourney? Right? So look at these different SREF styles. So now I have an SREF code that I can apply to any prompt to get this particular look of art. If I'm happy with the art, I can turn this SREF into a mood board where I create more art like this and then use the personalized option, come down here, add a new mood board. So that way, every time I create art and I want it to look like this, I'll just choose that mood board. All right. All right. And I can go deeper into the rabbit hole with MidJourney, but I won't because I felt myself going into that rabbit hole. And I'm like, look, I'm not bringing people who struggle with MidJourney into the rabbit hole I'm about to take them into. So we're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. And I want to see if anybody has any questions on Zoom. Valerie said she didn't know about the mood boards. Yeah, you can sell your mood board, the links to your mood boards. You can sell those. Create a whole website. Create a Canva app. Create a Canva website. Get people to build up know, like, and trust in the space of creating art using MidJourney. Set yourself up as an authority of knowing MidJourney simply by letting people know, hey, I got these SREF codes. I got these personalization codes, these mood board codes. All right, because Mrs. Boss Lady just said, I'm scared of MidJourney. Another person on TikTok said, my art never comes out like yours. All you need is that SREF code or that mood, more so the mood board code or the actual image. And I was going to take you guys into creating images from images, but I ain't going to do that to y'all. Do that to y'all. I'm not going to do that. All right. All right, Coach Mama, what you got? She said, do it.
Girl. Oh, why you do that to me? Like, you know, I don't go on your lives for a reason. There is a reason that I do not go on the GOAT's lives. This is the reason, right? Like I didn't even know that I could take an image of me, upload it in MidJourney, and create a movie, a video of me. Like what? Like then you just drop this whole list of sites with SREFs on it, like just mind blowing. You was telling us not to be in the rabbit hole. That's what you just said before we came live with all these people. You said don't go in the rabbit hole. So how do you expect us not to go in the rabbit hole when you tell us, give us this type of tools to create products? I just needed to say that. I'm in the rabbit hole. I'm just saying, I'm in the hole. Thank you, Go.
You're welcome. So I'm going to bring up our professional our coaches that specialize in rabbit holes. And they're going to tell us how to first admit that we have a problem. Then what to do when we're in that rabbit hole, how to embrace ourselves while we're inside of that rabbit hole, and then how to get out that rabbit hole. So Dean and Kelly, do y'all want to, not Kelly, listen, Kelly's on my mind. Dean and Candace, do y'all want to come up?
Here we are.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and spotlight Dean, and if I can find Candace. Candace, throw your hand up so you'll be at the front of the, there you go. So let me spotlight you. All right. So, Coach Mama, ask your question again. These are the professionals. I'm just a spectator.
What I said wasn't a woody back that she just do. That's what I said. I said How does she expect us not to go in rabbit holes when she provides so much products, so many skills? She give us so many gems, and then she expect us, then tell us don't do it. It's like waving a piece of candy in front of a baby and then say don't eat that. Like really? Like so if you two can tell us.
I can say this. It's not about, I know we all say we go into these rabbit holes, right? But my thing is this, okay, we learned the information. Now, pick and choose a day and time to use, to take that one time, that hour or that 30, 40 minutes to go ahead and play with what you learn, but don't stay stuck in it. Staying stuck in it is the rabbit hole, right? Give yourself a time limit. Stop just saying, hey, I learned how to do this and I'm going to spend all day long. I'm going to get on and I'm going to start doing it now. And then I'm going to look up and it's 3:00 in the morning. You did nothing productive. You did nothing productive. In all those hours, you made some pretty things, but that's all you did. So give yourself a timeline. Go ahead, Mr. Dean. Coach Dean, brother almighty.
All right, Coach Wu. Let me piggyback off of that. The fact of the matter is we are in a industry where we have the fear of missing out. And technology is moving so fast, there's no way you can keep up. And so to keep out of the rabbit hole, you got to stay focused on what is your plan. Where are you headed? Not everything requires your attention immediately. So you got to find the one thing that, and we use this word a lot, aligns with you. But let's expand upon that as far as when we're talking about alignment. We got to make sure it aligns with our time. We got to make sure it aligns with our purpose. We got to make sure it aligns with our gifts. Make sure it aligns with the people that we have been appointed to help. So if we're gonna get caught in something that is like, this is new and shiny and we love it, and we spend all our hours, days, months in it, and we're wondering why we haven't made any progress, we weren't in alignment. So it comes back to the discipline and the values that you hold there and there, whether it be vocationally or personally or even spiritually. So we want to talk about those things in the near future, but that's what we believe is going to help you stay out of a rabbit hole.
Is your alignment. Alignment is going to help you stay out of your rabbit hole.
Correct.
So there's going to be people that are going to help you guys find your alignment, because I do share a lot of information. A lot of us share a lot of information, and that information can put you into information overload, but you need to learn how to manage that information, especially at the rate in which AI changes, because it's easy to fall into the rabbit hole of fear of missing out. It's easy to fall into the rabbit hole of the new shiny thing. How do you keep yourself from doing that? Or how do you show yourself grace when that happens? So that way you don't beat yourself up or beat yourself down. Then you're like, I'm not trying anything new because it gives me a headache, because internally I am fighting with myself on not to do something that I need to do. And I know for me, I end up in rabbit holes because I was one of those kids that was told not to, I was specifically told, don't you touch that. Because I had to touch everything, and just the hand just going across everything. I had to touch everything, right? And when I touched everything, there was a risk of me breaking it. So I'm Gen X, right? I'm Gen X, right? So Gen X, we were told, first of all, we was told not to say nothing inside the store. As a matter of fact, if you could, just disappear. I need you here, but not here at the same time inside this store. Don't touch nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't do, just be. I gotta watch you to make sure you're not at home eating crayons. So come on with me and don't say nothing, right? But I had to touch everything. So being a Gen X person, I got to touch all these tools. But when I touch all of these tools, what do I do? How do I bring myself back and show myself grace at the same time? So I understand that that is just part of my wheelhouse. I got to touch stuff. But how do I discipline myself? And that takes time. How long does it take to create a habit? Dean, what did you say? How long does it take?
21 days, 3 weeks.
21 days. So you're going to have to be intentional for 21 days. Does it have to be consistent?
You're going to mess up. But go to 21 days.
So what do you do when you went on like day 3? Because I know some of you be trying to fast and you get up to day, or not even a whole day, 15 minutes later. Like what do you do when you get to that point when you make the mistake? Day 3, you went on ahead into the rabbit hole. So how do you course correct so that way you can get back on track?
Well, you got to exercise grace. I use this example. You have a child that's learning how to walk. They stand up and they stumble. Do you just like, there's no hope for you? You just want to crawl for the rest of your life.
There's no hope.
You're just going to have to get up and try again. And this 21 days, 30 days, look, you're going to have a bump in the road, but that bump in the road is part of the design too, because if you don't have the bump in the road, you're not going to learn how to adjust to make the pivot. We just don't want you to stay in that rut and feel as though that I am not worth it. I did this, and I'm always going to make the mistake and so forth. But one thing I learned from this group, there's one saying, one of many, but this particular one stands out to me. Every expert started as a beginner. So you can't expect to get it right the first time. And the people who've made the greatest success have made the greatest failures. Give you Michael Jordan, he had to fail against his older brother in order to become better. There's many people in history that had to do several things to kind of figure out, to make that course correction, inventions, processes, reinventing themselves to find out what is their alignment. And that's what it came down to. You're course correcting to make sure that you're going in the right direction. So if you're driving and you're going from point A to point B and you're going to a restaurant, you're going to meet that significant other and you make the wrong turn, are you going to give up and just say, it was never meant to be? Or are you going to make an adjustment, turn around, make a right versus a left, ask for directions to be in proper alignment? Alignment's been around us a long time, all our lives. We tend to ignore it and feel as though that if we end up in a situation, that's it, the end to be all, and that's not necessarily true.
That's not true. No, but people don't know that. They don't know that, and that's one of the reasons why DCT was created, and we have all of these visionaries inside of DCT that offer their own type of specialty, because everybody, it's so much to learn and the opportunities are so great that that's even overwhelming. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat if you feel the opportunities are overwhelming and you don't even know where to start. Go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat if that's you. You don't even know where to start. Y'all leaned in on them ones. Yeah. Don't even know. You're like, I see it. I see people making money. I see people changing their lives. I see people creating this. I see people creating that. How are they getting there? All right. So that's a pain point that we need to address. All right. All right. So this has been fun. This has been a fun MidJourney session, mindset session, digital marketing session. Because we handle digital marketing differently than a lot of other places. We don't just say post, 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 post. We say find a purpose or find a pain point and deliver to that pain point, deliver the solution to that pain point. Be consistent. Consistency doesn't necessarily look like showing up same day, same time. It does work better if you do that. But for some of us, consistency looks like always showing up as us when we do show up in places and being consistent that way. All right. So this has been fun. TikTok and YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and close that out and tell you guys thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to jump back into the Zoom. All right. So there we go.